everyone, I'm Kinda Tony and welcome back to Dishonored. As I'm sure you've noticed, this is probably not where you were expecting us to be. We're not somewhere else, but still in the Hound Pits Pub. The reason for this is that I know there were several places I didn't explore in the last episode, for various reasons, and therefore I want to make a kind of bonus episode where I just explore the rest of this place. The next episode will be the continuation of the story, so if you don't care about seeing the rest of this level, feel free to skip this episode. And with that out of the way, let's start exploring. So, after talking to him and getting the upgrades and everything, I just walked around here a little bit. So, I noticed this huge obvious thing that I completely missed. I think I also missed one of these in the first episode, but yeah, I'm not gonna go back there. But let's listen to it.
The Academy teaches that absurd idea that the energy in whale oil arises from the need to maintain life functions at extreme ocean depths. The pressure and the cold are too much to endure without it. I speculate that a human being might, by a process of adaptation, produce high-energy humors in the body. I could build a tank that would slowly increase pressure on a subject over a long period of time and then observe them for years if need be, to see if the formulation of energetic substances develop. Surely the Empress would be able to furnish me with facilities, subject and the necessary legal amnesty.
All right. What is this supposed to be? It's like a portal or something? Piero's door to nowhere. The door to nowhere has proven to be a safety hazard, but for me, this project is an endless source of inspiration. With the proper application of energies, I believe I can transform the doorframe into a window of sorts. One that will allow a traveler to cover the distance from my workshop to some distant arbitrary point in a single step. Currently, the step leads to a sheer drop, straight down into the courtyard, but in time, it will bridge gaps that will boggle the mind. Such work is many years away, to be sure, but if I survive this plague, I'm sure to succeed. So he's trying to build a portal. That's pretty cool. Alright, so the places I didn't go last time. I know there are a few rooms inside that I didn't go to. More coins. So I'll go inside in the end and explore outside first. Oh, whoops. Why is it red? Okay, a bed and some coins and another room. Abandoned apartment. Blood from the eyes.
River traffic is forbidden from landing in the distillery district due to risk of infectious contact. Violators will be taken to the flooded district for treatment and rehabilitation.
It's just like... No, I was thinking you could use these for hiding, but it's kind of open. Is this like the battery for the light? Seems kind of excessive. I've got some whiskey. Alright. And here, yeah, of course, there were some coins I haven't found.
Do not attempt to house or care for a friend or family member who shows signs of blood on their face and chest area. The only way to help them is to bring them to the City Watch. They will be taken to the flooded district for treatment.
You'll want to get some rest now. You'll be needed soon.
Yeah, I'll go get some rest, but hang on. I know I was through here, but I might have missed something. Yeah, this was the... whatever. Whiskey cellar.
Attention Dunwall citizens. Be advised, the river crust infestation has spread downriver, as far as the river mouth and flooded district.
Hello.
Do not attempt to approach or destroy a river crust.
Lydia.
Any items recovered from doing so are considered state property.
Skyrim. She has a key too.
My, you must be Corvo. I am Lydia, at your service. Your room is upstairs and ready. When they told me who it was, well, I thought you'd be older, like the Admiral.
I don't even know how old I am. Litany on the White Cliff. Excerpt from a series of Overseer invocations by High Overseer Abram Templeton. And I say to you, brothers, it is here that we make our stand as a righteous force against the growing darkness. It is here that we unite against the spirits of the unknown that would drag us screaming into the night, never to return to our homes, to our families. Together we will serve as a rod to those who would stray from the herd, or the foggy grey wastes of the outsider. We will burn a bright fire with our virtuous actions so that others will not lose their way. And to those who choose to wander beyond the walls of our homes in far places, we will strike at them swiftly before they whisper to their neighbors, filling their hearts with strangeness and doubt. I wonder who this outsider is. And this seems like extremism, which is usually not very good. Harpooner songs. Oh shit. A book of sea shanties sung by sailors. Okay, so it's... I'm gonna spare you my singing, but it's a parody on the What Will We Do with a Drunken Sailor, I suppose. Feed him to the hungry rat for dinner. Hungry rats. Slice his throat with a rusty cleaver. Stuff him in a sack and throw him over. Well, that's... not great.
Attention Dunwall citizens.
He is here to work with our
Lady
masters.
Emily Caldwin
People
was
say he
abducted
killed the
6
Empress.
months ago.
Of course he
during
didn't.
her mother's terrible
People
murder.
are foolish and
Anyone
believe
with
whatever they're
information
told.
leading to the location
Okay.
or return of the
If the
daughter of
Admiral
our
trusts
beloved
him,
late
and so will
Empress
I.
is required to speak to the
Yeah,
City
so
Watch at
seems
once.
like not everyone trusts me. Ooh, key. What key is that? Pub master room key. Where is that? This seems like Admiral Havelock's place. A Gaffer's Tale, Volume 2. Excerpt from the travel journal of a whaler in his final years. A Gaffer's Tale, Volume 2, or A Gaffer's Final Passage. After more than a quarter of a century, I am done with whaling, too broken to continue. I've seen all the corners of the Isles, and made more coin than most men see in a lifetime. But it's all gone. I've lived through an emperor, and watched his daughter take the throne. Fair young empress she was, but slain so young. Everything beautiful comes to die. I've eaten in every port of the known world, and sailed in the loneliest waters you could imagine. I've seen the cliffs around Pandysia. Even the best of it doesn't give me an ounce of joy. The years come back across my dreams as a line of butchered bodies, long, sleek, and singing among the waves under the moonlight, only to be speared by ugly, weather-scarred men who'd knife each other for a good pair of boots. Each year, I had less time to come home. My tongue forgot the language of small chatter, and those who lived in the cities thought me odd. My sister Nina hardly knew what to say to me during our visits. When she lost her business to the Lord Regent's crooked barrister, I was 100 miles east of Morley, gaff-hand frozen from the sleet as we tracked the first bull whale we'd seen in months. I had helped her as much as I could, but Nina died in the early days of the plague. None of it mattered. If I'm jaded and bitter, it's because this industry has taken away my dreams. The world has beaten me. Sad tale.
Log entry 1-4. It seems we have moved to a new phase. Martin's improvisations have borne fruit. The former bodyguard has been freed and is en route to the staging location. Pendleton's voting block and my military connections. All we've lacked is the ability to project lethal force in a controlled manner against a previously inaccessible... to the point? We need a man who can kill the bastards for us. Corvo is more than capable of that, I have no doubt. N-bomb. Is this off? Switch. Switch, where the hell is the...
Havelock, log entry 1. It has been days since our men were dispatched to stash weapons for Corvo in the old sewer. They have not returned, so I can only hope that they succeeded in getting the packages delivered. Piero spent considerable time and resources making those things. If I could find a way to mass-produce them, the Dunwall Navy would secure its place as the dominant force on the globe. But, back to Corvo. Can he actually break out of Coldridge? And if so, will he make his way here? I personally give him odds of 1 in 5. Okay, I guess I surprised him. He didn't have much faith. Have faith, young one. Whale, okay, that's just coins. Yoink. Oh, A Gaffer's Tale, Volume 1. So we get the first part of it too. An excerpt from the travel journal of a young whaler. Okay, Volume 1, or A Gaffer's Early Adventures. My sister Nina and I left Tivia together, saying goodbye to our aunt, the woman who had raised us since childhood. Leaving behind our home city of Yarrow and the cold but beautiful white landscapes we had always known, we boarded a ship for Dunwall. Our parents had left us with a sizable inheritance, and we spent half of this getting to the capital city and establishing a small import shop dedicated to Tivian furs. Once I'd helped Nina establish the business, I was free to pursue my dream. Signing on with a whaling ship was the most exciting thing I'd ever done, and I saw it as a means to an end. Someday I would captain my own crew, and eventually own a fleet of similar vessels. With tears in her eyes, Nina kissed me farewell, and I did not see her again for many months. As an apprentice to the gaffer, I got to see the tracking and killing of the great beasts up close. Nothing had ever fired my spirit so. As the wind and pounding waves, racing after a wounded whale, being pulled by a skein of cables embedded in its thick flesh. I'm not sure if I pronounced skein correctly, but yeah, I've never heard the word before. I changed more in those first 7 months than I had in the previous 7 years. Whaling was beginning to put its mark on me, so that Nina barely recognized me when I returned. Tanned and sinewy with muscle, weather creases already wrinkling the corners of my eyes. But she could see that I was filled with joy, having found my purpose. So it started out pretty good, and then it turned out pretty bad. Admiralty and the Fleet, excerpt from a book on naval history. While each of the isles has some form of naval fleet, none is more envied than that of Bristol, with its long, proud history of great ships and the admirals who command them. Boys come of age in the cities of Bristol hoping to someday captain such a ship, and family dynasties are made by those captains who track down infamous pirates or crush seditious uprisings, as during the Morley insurrection. In times of war and peace, Bristol continues to innovate at sea. The ship designs of Anton Sokolov himself now represent the highest standard in the whaling trade, allowing crews to haul their kill up over the deck and begin their butchery and processing even as the ship returns to Dunwall. The crews can be seen working on their latest whale as the ship moves slowly up the Wrenhaven River, coming to dock with one of the powerful warehouse companies such as the Greaves Whaling House. That was the oil company, wasn't it? Suspended in the rigging overhead and backlit by the setting sun, the silhouette of one of these creatures makes a moving sight as it cruises to its final resting place in the industrial heart of the capital city.
Attention, citizens of Dunwall. The Old Port District has been added to the evacuation list. The Weeper count for the month of seeds has increased. The Lord Regent has decreed that plague ordinances will remain in effect through the month of rain.
Hello.
Stay alert and stay loyal.
Are you admiring the painting? It's a good one.
Pleased to meet you, Master Corvo. I saw you at court in happier days, but you might not remember. I was once a close ally to the Lord Regent, Hiram Burroughs, back when he was just the spy master. He's one manipulative bastard, I can tell you that.
I believe that.
My furnishings have been installed at last with no small amount of complaining by that antiquated boatman. The others have no idea what it's like to suffer as I have. Speaking of which... Wallace! Please breathe 2 bottles of Dunwall Red, never mind which, and fetch a clean glass. Well, I'll begin again tomorrow.
You don't seem like a person who has suffered a lot, but sure. I'll have your money. Ooh, 100. Okay, hello?
Please follow me to your quarters.
My quarters are upstairs, dude. You're walking the wrong way. But yeah, I'll go down first anyway, because I'm not done exploring outside and in the basement.
River traffic is forbidden from landing in the distillery district due to risk of infectious contact. Violators will be taken to the flooded district for treatment and rehabilitation.
Old Port District Sewer Key. Okay. Then there were some more places outside that I didn't go to. Hello.
I once served under Admiral Havelock. Captain Havelock then. I don't know if he remembers me, but I fear it's rude to ask. I don't want to embarrass him.
Yeah, I guess. Is this where he lives? Well, I guess it's not too bad, but it seems there's enough room in there. No, whatever. Mysteries of Pandysia. Excerpt from a book on the far continent Pandysia. At the Academy of Natural Philosophy, they speak of the Pandysian continent as a place of wonder, where all of life has entwined and blossomed across aeons, producing a vibrant ecology unrivaled in the civilized world. The overseers from the Abbey of the Everyman, by contrast, talk of horror and heresies, of cults of submen engaged in brutal, perverse rituals. The few who have traveled to the far continent and come back to the Isles, those who have actually touched the soil there, have returned with notes that describe vast deserts, deep jungles, and outlandish creatures that defy belief. Once in a generation, a great effort is mounted to build a colony there, in hopes of this someday growing into a port city to rival Dunwall itself. But to date, these attempts have all ended in madness and failure. Sounds like a nice place, though. Untouched by civilization and, well, where nature does its thing. I wonder if there's anything to find, like on these small islands. I'm free to go there, so why not? Oops. Blue-jawed hagfish eggs. I guess that's just health as well. Ooh, fish. Angry fish. Oh, hello. Let me be. Okay, I can't even get up here. Come on. Okay, so I guess there's no point in going maybe there, though. The fish. just watch me die from these fishes. Oh, come on. Here's food. Hell yeah. Ow! Worth it. I think I'm gonna pay Piero another visit before I go to bed. Because I've been finding quite a few coins. Like, where is it again? Inventory. 860. So I've found like 600 coins or something. Okay. Hey fish, I see you. Leave me alone. Yeah, and this is where we started. Oh, what's this? Ah, fish everywhere. Okay, can't swim through there, I guess. Fine. Bar stools, I guess. Okay, let's go where I was trying to go. Ooh, have I been there? I don't even remember. Let's see if I can... Yeah. Okay, yeah, it was this place. Of course. I like the parkouring here.
Do not attempt to house or care for a friend or family member who shows signs of blood on their face and chest area.
Ooh.
The only way to help them
Fuck.
is to bring them to the city
Okay.
launch. They
Try
will be
that
taken
again.
to the flooded district for treatment.
Okay, I was trying to slide and jump to see if that took me further, but it doesn't seem like I could do that. Hey dude, what's up? Alright, let's get back there. Can I? No. So let's see, I want to get up here again. And
Attention, Dunwall
I guess we could check up
Be
the stairs.
advised, the river crust infestation has spread downriver, as far as the river mouth and flooded district. Do not attempt to approach or destroy a river.
Oh, so this is
Any items recovered from doing so
my
are
quarters,
considered
I
state
suppose.
property.
I was certain that was gonna be health, but I'll take coins. Corvo's chambers. Oh, now you're here.
This is your room. It
Thank
was
you.
chosen to give you privacy. I understand you'll need your rest.
I probably will. Thank you. Not gonna go to bed yet, though. Okay, so we're back inside. I guess... Ooh. I'm just getting sidetracked upon sidetracked. I've been playing some Elden Ring lately, so it's like I'm getting the same kind of feeling here. Just explore everything in all its verticality and yeah, everywhere. Oop. Piero's got a nice place. Alright. If it's Piero, I mean, I would think so. Since it's on top of his workshop. Right. The Trials of Aptitude. Excerpt from a book on the esoteric practices of the Abbey. Once a child shows the proper inclination, isn't this what I read like 2 episodes ago? He's marked, overseers, blah blah. Determined which of the children will... Yeah, we read this. Dolls. Call to the Spheres, Volume 1. Excerpt from a work of fiction, early chapters. My stomach twisted as the engines of the odd vessel roared louder. It was the creation of Orcado. Or Chado, I don't know. Third prefect from the Academy of Natural Philosophy. He was exhilarated, savoring each of the small craft's undulations. Orcado pulled a lever, and a great gout of smoke surrounded us. The smell of burning whale oil grew unbearable as the machine propelled itself upward. I was too afraid to look through the window, which suddenly didn't feel thick enough. As if knowing my thoughts, Overseer Bryn looked at me and smiled. Recite some of the litany, my pupil. It will protect your heart from the turpitude of the void on our way to the outer spheres. Whoa. Well, work of fiction, it said. Fugue Feast. And just thinking of this, if this is Piero's room, like the Trials of Aptitude, and this, I mean, the fiction kind of fits a scientist. I mean, trying to figure out how to make imagination come true. But the Trials of Aptitude, it's kind of... Why does he have that? Okay, so the Fugue Feast. Excerpt from a book on the celebrations and holidays. At the end of every year, after the last day of the month of songs, we begin the Fugue Feast. The new year has not started, and thus the time that follows is outside the calendar. A period of celebration and feasting begins, during which the people abandon the very practices that keep them whole and healthy over the year. Many leave their homes, euphoric with spirits or potent herbs. Some paint their faces or wear masks to conceal themselves as they pursue their passions without reservation. When the right cosmological signs are observed and it is time for the calendar to begin anew, the sitting High Overseer calls for the Hymn of Atonement, and the Fugue Feast ends. Families return to their homes, wives to their husbands, enemies put down their weapons, and fires are extinguished. No complaint is given for those who have wronged others, deviated from ancient codes, or discarded oaths. For this time during the astrological alignment does not exist, and is not recorded. The following day starts the new year, marked on the first day of the month of Earth, as it has always been. That's an interesting concept. I think it kind of sounds like what's that movie? The Purge or something, where there's one day a year that just doesn't have any rules and people go absolutely batshit crazy. I haven't seen the movie, but yeah, I think that's basically what happens. But I think that this could be like let's call it a healthy thing, as long as you don't just fully give in to your every whim, but you keep your common sense. But like a period of time where you just are allowed to do whatever makes you happy, we could say. I think that's a healthy thing to have. But yeah, I think that the fugue state thing, or a fugue feast, is was a bit much. Fishy? Alright. Hello. What's up?
I'm sorry it's so dark. We can't risk being seen. It is a bit romantic, though, isn't it?
It's... I don't think it's that dark. Another bricked up wall. And here again. Yeah, okay. We're getting it. And finally... Oh my lord. I guess I could have just gone outside from my room again instead of going all the way around here, but here we are. Okay, let's try this.
Lady Emily
Yeah.
was abducted 6 months ago during her mother's terrible murder. Anyone with information leading to the location or return of the daughter of our beloved late Empress.
So, now I want to check out this door. Or, yeah, we're not done. We're not done. Can't open this. Okay. And also, the key I picked up. Mission items? No. Okay. Gearing there. Because pub master room key. Is that the first floor then, I suppose? Hound Pits key needed. Yeah, so these are the Hound Pits. Where Scutter and Blackie are gonna fight. Alright, let's go check out the first floor. Can't say I actually remember where there was a locked door. Ooh, yeah.
Attention all citizens. Curfew extends from sundown to sunrise unless you are otherwise authorized. Violators will be subject to interrogation and detained when necessary. Remember, the boldest measures are the safest.
I am trying to think of where that door might be, but I do not know.
The Admiral served in the Navy under the Empress, but something happened with the Lord Regent that drove the Admiral out, if I understand it right.
Okay. Yeah. I'm thinking we just go to bed, actually. I'm not gonna
Attention, citizens of Dunwall. The old port district
waste too much time looking for that. This episode is already quite long. But of course we need to check the floors.
will remain in effect
So
for the month
nothing.
of rain. Stay alert and stay loyal.
Nothing. Oops. There was a door I didn't see before. What are you? Were you following me? What the? That's... Yeah, I guess they put the thing, like, a bucket or whatever underneath. Cool. So Gaffer's Tale, we read that. The Shadow on Bitterleaf. Excerpt from a longer work of fiction. Finding my way by the feeble light of the dying fire, I saw her working. A large needle moved in her hand, following precise esoteric patterns, knots and loops of seamstress craft from ancient days. Beneath her needle, his body clenched and shuddered, shaking the wooden table. A morbid fascination pushed me closer, until she turned her blank face toward me, resting the needle in his flesh. With a refined tone, she addressed me. So you are the lover, I presume. You too have been unfaithful, and it is now your turn to be mended. Ooh, that's kind of scary. The Young Prince of Tivia. Excerpt from a theater play. Lord Nathan... do we read this? I guess so. It's culture. Lord Nathan Bale, shaking with outrage. How dare you, sir, clothed so in my very home? I should hand you over to the watch, depraved Tivian. Prince Kalisar, moving closer. That's a harsh welcome for royalty, my lord. Your daughter treated me with much more hospitality. Alas, she has gone out for the evening, leaving me all alone. Lord Nathan Bale, stammering, studying the younger man before him. What are you doing? Leave this house. Go back to your frozen wasteland, pale rascal. Prince Kalisar, smiling coyly, reaching out. No need for anger between us, Lord Bale. Is it so wrong for me to be here? As I've proven, I've developed an affinity for you and your family. Lord Nathan Bale gasping. Oh my. Kalisar, your skin is so warm. It burns. I don't know what that was.
River traffic is forbidden from landing in the distillery district due to risk of infectious contact.
Is he some kind of
Will be taken to the flooded district
vampire or something? I don't know. Yeah, I went downstairs again because I completely lost track of what I was doing, as per protocol. So, upstairs we go. Alright, it's time to go to bed. No, I forgot Piero. Oh man, well, the upgrades are gonna have to wait. So that was that for this episode, and yeah, there wasn't much action, but I hope you enjoyed anyway. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.